Welcome to this deep dive. Today we're looking at some pretty significant new AI features Microsoft just rolled out.
That's right, we're talking Recall, their sort of AI memory assistant for the new Copilot PCs.
And not just recall, right. There's also updates to Windows search, making it smarter, and this thing called Click to Do.
Exactly. It feels like Microsoft is really trying to tackle that common frustration, where you saw something on your PC, but finding it again is, well, tricky.
Totally. So our mission today is to really understand what these are, how they actually work, and crucially, what the implications might be, especially maybe for businesses.
And we should mention, Recall definitely hit a few bumps. There were those initial security and privacy concerns that caused a bit of a delay.
Yeah, definitely need to cover that. So let's start with Recall, the big one. What's the basic idea?
Okay, so Recall, it basically takes screenshots constantly of almost everything you do on one of these new PCs.
Everything. Wow.
Pretty much. And then it categorizes all that visual information and makes it searchable. The idea is you can search based on, vague memories.
So not just typing file names, more like that chart I saw last week with the big green bar.
Precisely. That's the goal. Finding things the way your brain remembers them, not how a file system organizes them.
Initial reactions seemed mixed. I saw it described as creepy, clever, and compelling.
Yeah, that sums it up pretty well. Technologically, it seems like a big step up for Windows search. It can understand images, context, much more naturally.
But the creepy part, that constant screen capture, that sounds like a privacy nightmare waiting to happen.
Oh, yeah. That's the immediate reaction for a lot of people. It definitely creates what some researchers called a privacy minefield.
Because it's just recording so much.
Exactly. It stores a vast amount of data about your PC usage right there on the machine. You really have to be careful managing which apps and websites are blocked from being recorded.
You mentioned Microsoft paused the rollout, though. They worked on security for, 10 months?
They did. They definitely responded to the feedback. Big changes.
Like what?
Well, first off, it's now opt-in. You have to choose to turn it on. That's huge.
Okay, that's important.
Second, the database where all those screenshots and data live, it's now encrypted.
Good. Another layer of protection.
And third, Recall now tries to automatically filter out sensitive stuff, passwords, financial info, that kind of thing, by default.
Okay. Opt-in, encrypted, filtering attempts. That sounds better. But security folks are still worried.
They are, yeah. Some concerns linger, the filtering, for instance. Apparently, it's still a bit hit and miss, sometimes buggy.
So it might still capture sensitive things sometimes.
Potentially, yes. And the other thing is access. Microsoft says you need biometrics face or fingerprint with Windows.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hooray, it's secure sign-in.
But researchers found that sometimes just unlocking the PC with a simple 4-digit PIN might be enough to get into the Recall data.
Oh. So maybe not quite as locked down as intended yet.
It seems there might still be some gaps there, or at least discrepancies that need clarifying.
Okay. So, setting aside the very real privacy debate for a moment, let's talk business use cases. If a company decided to use this, assuming they navigate the security and get employee consent, what could it do?
Conceptually, it could be powerful. Imagine you're working on a project you did some research months back. You can't find the files.
This happens all the time.
Right. With Recall, you could potentially search for, say, that competitor website I looked at with the blue logo and find when you accessed it, what you saw.
Speeding up information retrieval. I can see that.
Or maybe troubleshooting. You fixed a weird software bug weeks ago. Recall could potentially help you retrace the exact steps you took.
Like a personal process log.
Kind of. And maybe, big maybe here, with huge privacy controls needed, for training. New hires could potentially search anonymized past workflows to see how a task is done.
Interesting idea. But the privacy hurdles seem massive there.
Absolutely massive. Same for anything involving customer interactions. The potential is there, but the risks and necessary safeguards are significant. Needs very careful thought.
Okay, let's shift gears. The AI-powered Windows search. This sounds a bit more straightforward.
It is, yeah. It's basically about letting you use natural language, just everyday speech, to search in File Explorer, the main Windows search bar, even in settings.
So less about remembering exact file names or command terms.
Exactly. You can just describe what you're looking for. The example often used is searching for brown dog, and it finding pictures of a brown dog, even if the file isn't named that way.
That actually sounds genuinely useful for business.
Oh, definitely. Think about finding documents faster. Find the contract draft mentioning the revised payment terms. Much quicker than hunting.
Or troubleshooting PC settings. Where's the setting to change my display timeout?
Precisely. Or locating specific data points within huge reports or data sets just by describing them. It's about efficiency.
Makes sense. Now, click to do. This one sounds like Google's circle to search.
Very similar idea, yeah. You press the Windows key and left-click the mouse.
Okay, simple activation. And what does it do?
It looks at what's on your screen right then, text or images, and offers actions. Initially, it's things like summarizing selected text.
Ooh, quick summaries. Useful.
And also removing objects from pictures. Simple edits.
Like taking a distracting background element out of a photo quickly?
Yeah, that kind of thing. But there's a catch. For now, at least.
Always a catch.
The text actions, like summarizing. Only on the Qualcomm-powered Copilot PCs to start.
Not Intel or AMD yet.
Microsoft says those are coming in the next few months. Image stuff works on all of them, though.
Okay. Business uses for click to do, even with the limitation.
Well, the quick summary thing, once available, could be great for getting the gist of long emails or reports super fast.
Save a lot of reading time.
Definitely. And the simple image editing could be handy for, quick cleanups for internal presentations or maybe website visuals. Basic stuff. Quick.
So wrapping up availability, when do people actually get these?
So recall the AI Search Boost, Click to Do. They are technically available starting today, June 18th, on any new Copilot Plus PC you buy.
Okay, only on the new hardware.
Right. And standard caveats apply. Language and regional support might vary.
And there was something about Europe.
Yes. Crucial point. Microsoft announced Recall specifically won't launch in the EU or Iceland, Liechtenstein, and Norway initially. They're holding it back there until later this year, likely due to regulatory scrutiny, privacy laws like GDPR.
Got it. So EU users have to wait. Okay, as we finish this deep dive, what's the main takeaway for our listeners?
I think the big picture is Microsoft is really pushing AI deep into Windows. They want to make finding information and doing tasks feel more natural, more efficient.
And features like Recall and the AI search, they definitely promise that. Quick access to past work, easier workflows, especially useful in a business setting, potentially.
Huge potential, yes. But especially with Recall, the privacy and security side needs serious consideration. You really need to weigh the convenience against the data risks.
It really throws that trade-off into sharp relief, doesn't it? Convenience versus privacy.
It absolutely does. And as this kind of AI gets woven deeper into our operating systems, how we think about managing our data personally and for our businesses has to change too.
So maybe a final thought for everyone listening. As AI like this becomes just part of the furniture on our computers, how does your business need to adapt your approach to data security and management? How do you get the benefits without unacceptable risks?
That's the key question going forward, I think. Balancing act.
Definitely something to chew on. Thanks for diving deep with us today.